Hello everyone, this is Anna Sicker from Scrapalicious.com, and I have a little layout to share with you today. I took this photo of my older daughter in 2016, and I've been planning on scrapbooking this one for quite some time, and I finally got to it. I'm using some of the crepe paper from the open book collection. And I just really like these soft colors. Well, anything crepe paper I love. I just love the vintagey feel product, and the colors are usually, well, my kind of colors. And I'm inking all the edges of the pattern papers using Distress ink in Hickory Smoke. I really like how it gives a nice subtle frame and keeps with the grey kind of a theme of the cardstock. Then I wanted to create a little bit of pattern on the cardstock, and I'm using these gorgeous stamps from Clearly Besotted, and they're called Just For You, and I'm using two colors of Distress Oxide ink, and that is Black Soot and Abandoned Coral. And as you can see, I needed to stamp the second flower again because it was all covered up, and that was not my plan, but that is easily fixable. And then on top of these black ones I used the Abandoned Coral ink to add a wee bit more colour. And I really love stamping with these Distress Oxide inks because they give a beautiful kind of a chalky like texture or feel to it, really. I just really love using these. And there's no rhyme or reason to where I'm stamping, really, just to make sure that these flowers are peeking from each side of the pattern paper, really. And I'm just sticking that paper down, because that is the main background piece, really. And I did use the ruler just to make sure that it was straight, because I do have the tendency of being a bit off. And I'm just using several sprayers. Two of them are from Prima and one is from Lindy's Stamp Gang. I'm just adding these for colour, texture, and because I do love a bit of splatter, I cannot help myself. I just really like how it adds quite a lot of texture without being bulky. I guess that's why I really like the look. Now I'm just adding the second pattern paper, and this will kind of be like the frame or groundwork for my photo. And I'm just adding a bit of photo safe 3D foam to give it a bit more, I don't know, oomph, I guess, but it needs just a tad bit more. And when I feel the need for a tiny bit more, I usually reach for doilies, as I did this time as well. Now it's a wee bit too short, so I just cut it in half and made sure it would actually fit, or the image or what I had in mind. Just really like adding these little doilies for just tiny little textures, and I don't know, they just look good every time. Don't know why. I guess I just have a thing for these doilies. And now it needs a bit more sparkliness, or sparkliness and colour. So I took this tiny stamp from the same stamp set as I used before from Clearly Besotted, and I stamped these 3 little circles here and there just for that hint of colour and that little something, really. And then I just grabbed flowers from Prima that I thought would look nice with the photo and are in similar colours. And since I needed just a tiny bit more, but I didn't want to be too crowded, I guess, so I reached for these die cuts I had. And these are my La La Land craft, and I used a pearl kind of paper, and it just adds a little bit of shine, not too much, just the right amount. And these flowers and that fan, it just looks really nice with these pattern papers and that doily, and just added that tiny bit of texture embellishment that I felt was needed really. And I'm just placing these in two separate corners, basically making sure that the flowers and all these little embellishments are in the same place as the stamped flowers, so they are in the same grouping, so to speak. And like I said, I didn't have any plan really of how I wanted things to look. I'm just going with the flow. And then I found these thickers, those pink sparkly thickers, and they were just perfect. The right colour, and I do love a bit of sparkliness. I mean, you can't go wrong with glitter. Or at least I don't believe you can. So I'm just placing that title where I think it looks the best. I'm just making sure that I don't push these letters down until I'm sure that they are in the spot that they should be, really. And of course, no layout or creation, card or otherwise, is done unless I reach for my Nuvo drops. And of course I did that as well with this one. I used 3 different colours. I cannot remember the names, but I'll have them linked below the video. And I just love the look of these. These are just the perfect addition to any creation. You just cannot go wrong, I promise you. That's basically the last bit of my layout. I just added the stamped the date off camera, but otherwise the layout is done. And I have a few pictures if you want to take a closer look. And of course I'll have all the product I used linked below, so you can click on those links if you want to have a look at the stuff I used. And of course, if there are any other videos that you would like to have a look at, I'll be leaving a few links here. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.